Hey, what's up everyone? Sorry it's been 4 months. I've been real busy here. Haven't really had time to pick up the camera. One of the reasons is my normal cameraman has not been around the past 4 or 5 months. He's got some health issues going on. Nothing too serious. He's just tired all the time, doesn't really feel like himself. So he lives roughly about an hour from the shop. So for him to come out and hang out on a Saturday and video for me has kind of been hard. He's been staying home relaxing. He's been at the doctor's here and there, giving him medication. At the moment, nothing too serious. I mean, he's still at home doing his thing. He just feels tired, not much energy. His appetite's kind of going. They're trying to figure some stuff out. So shout out to him. I appreciated all your help for a couple months. We'll get yourself squared away and come back at it. We'll tear up 2026 later. But for now, you're gonna have to deal with me trying to do this myself. I did get a tripod for Christmas that like tracks you, so that'll kind of help me. You know, I can just set it up and do my thing while I'm working, and it'll make things a little easier. But I'm gonna try. I kind of gave up on the camera. I was busy with some bigger jobs and my cars and other people's cars, and I just said, you know, I don't care about the camera at the moment. I just wanna fix people's cars, get things done, and get them out of here. But in the reality of the things, the cameras, I gotta learn to make the camera a part of my process. Like, just put the camera up, videotape, talk about some things. I can talk over things. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube, and there's guys out there that'll film everything and show everything. There's guys that'll film everything and then they'll sit at their computer and watch their video and record themselves talking about their video. So maybe I can do that in the future. Try new things, but I got to force myself to do this. It's not really my thing. I'm still a little uncomfortable in front of the camera, but I'll get there eventually, but it is what it is. So a little bit of upgrades here in the past couple months. As you see behind me, I have cars on top of cars. So I decided I have the space to go up, and which would really help store more cars, either A, customer cars, or because I have 2 cars. I found a Atlas. My right, your left, is a little bit smaller lift. It's an Atlas Hobbyist. I think it's an 8K or a 9K lift. I originally purchased that from my Snap-on dealer at work. And I figured it's not made really to work on, it's made to store cars and that's about it. You can use it to work on, but it's not designed for that. So I purchased that. Cool, ordered it. He said it'll be a week or 2 until it's delivered. I had some vacation to burn, so I took a whole week off at work. It was delivered to work. I don't have a forklift here. So I picked it up at work with the forklift, put it on my trailer, brought it here. Me and the guys assembled it. A couple hours, good to go. Well, while I was waiting for the first lift to show up, the other one, my left, your right, is another Atlas. That one's a 9,000 pounds, a little bit, I think the guy said it was like 10 years old. It's a little heavier duty, a little bit bigger. I like that lift, I'm gonna be honest, a lot more. But I saw it used on Facebook and it was a really good price. It was one of those ones like almost too good to be true, so I had to buy it. I have the space, so I bought it. Me and the boys loaded up on a Sunday. It was about an hour drive down. We had to tear it out of his garage. He didn't have it bolted down. Those 4-post lifts, you don't have to bolt down. I don't have them bolted down. You can if you want to. The one on the right, the first one I bought, has dollies you can actually lower the lift on and roll it around. It's actually pretty nice. I bought that. It was an hour weight down. We tore it down, loaded it on my car trailer, brought it here and put it back up. So I got some upgrades. I could store more cars. I could use them to work on it if I really wanted to. I haven't done it, but maybe in the future I can do that. I still have my 1-2 post that I use mainly. I don't know if you can tell on camera a little bit, but the powertrain is out of the track car. I did that. I have some, I think, pictures and clips of that stuff. So I'll throw in some stuff along the way in this video. It's just a shop update video. And I pulled the powertrain out. I got the engine on engine stand. I got the torque tube apart, and I ordered a bunch of parts. I got a new clutch, new slave, new master, all the stuff to rebuild the torque tube. When I got the car, it was just a short block, and the heads are off, so I bought head gas, everything. The heads are on now. I got BTR valve covers are on. So I started making some progress, and then that got pushed into the corner. The reason the last like 3-4 months have been a little rocky and with camera and everything else is I took on a job that maybe would have, for my skill level, is not too big. But for this facility and the tools that I have here, it might have been a little bit too big of a job. A gentleman had an F550 dump truck, needed an engine, 6-liter diesel, 05. He brought it here. He bought it with engine issues, knew it had an engine issue, brought it to me. I'll tear it apart. Maybe it's not, because the gentleman told him it needed injectors and was low on compression. If any of you guys know, that is possible because of the copper washer at the end of the injector that seals. They can blow out and you can lose compression. It ran, barely, but it ran. So I pulled it in the shop, took it apart, and realized it wasn't the injectors. Fortunately, it was something in the engine. I did a manual compression. I had nothing. On cylinder 4. I'll add some clips and videos in there, but ended up what happened is I pulled the cab off on my lift and I tore the heads off. Someone along the way dropped a bolt down in the engine and it made it into the valve. So it bent the end of the valve, messed up the valve guide in the heads or the head, and then the piston got smacked by the valve and actually an imprint of the bolt in the piston. So we were talking about rebuilding that engine and he tossed around the idea, but I was like, look, better off buying a long block somewhere with a warranty, freshly rebuild, buy once, cry once. So he ordered an engine and then I started putting the engine in and I had to transfer a lot of things from the engine and all this. And then around Christmas, I got sick. I was out of work for like a week and then it kind of lingered with me. So that slowed me down. But that big job took a lot of my time and it took my lift up. I mean, I had my lift tied up for a couple of weeks waiting on parts and stuff. So that slowed me down a lot. Looking back, we'll lead this into my next topic. I have one 2-post lift. Works great. Sort of. I mean, it's not that tall, but it works for what I do for fun and stuff. But over here, I have space. There's another bay door behind me, and we've been measuring, me and the guys talk about another 2-post. I'm unsure. Would another 2-post lift be really helpful? Yes. But the problem with this one is the one I'm looking at is like $14,000 because I want to buy a big one. I want to be able to lift a Ford Focus Fiesta all the way up to 450, 550 dualies. I'm looking at the Challenger 12K 2-post lift. I'm real particular about my lift. I mean, I've been using one every day for the last 13 and a half years. And I see what this cheap lift did. All right, sorry, I'm back. Technical difficulties there. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know how well I edit the clip, but I have carbon monoxide alarms on each side of my garage because we run a turbo heater at the moment. And we're trying to be a little safe about it. Well, one decided to randomly go off. I don't have the turbo heater on. I haven't had it on for probably over an hour now. So I'm not really sure why it went off. I know you can't smell that stuff, so maybe it's in here a little bit, but like only one went off, not the other one. It was kind of random out of the blue. I don't know. So apologize for that. But I got space behind me, so I was looking at the 12K Challenger 2-post lift. I was looking at the bend pack one. It would make it a little tight with the 4-post. And parking Michaela's car in the back, we'd have to move some things and angle some things. And I'm like, all right, great. I could use a 2-post lift. I mean, everybody could use multiple 2-post lifts. But I don't know yet. I'm not sure. We're 50-50. The guys that I've been talking about it, it would be a great thing to have and it would come in handy a lot of times, but is it worth it at the moment? Because if I buy it, then I'm going to want to do more work because I have 2 lifts instead of 1. And I'm not trying to do this as a full-time job at the moment. This is more of a hobby and on the side for the weekends. But then it would be great because I have a lift to do like friends and family cars. And then I also have a dedicated lift that we could use for our cars. I could get my track car back on the lift and get to work on that. Tyler's got a C5 torn apart. He could have used that if he needed to at the time. So I don't know. I'm 50-50 at the moment. So there's possible 2-post lift coming. If not, I got quick jacks, so we thought about using them. I got the 4-post lifts. We can use them. Right now they're for storage. Now granted, they're full at the moment, but the Mustang on the bottom, which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes, that's a customer's car. I'll be doing work to that. So that's not gonna be here all the time. And Matt's Mustang, the only reason Matt's Mustang's still here, we put a clutch in it and Pennsylvania decided to be Antarctica and snow and be cold for like a month straight. So we haven't done anything with it. It's been sitting there with the battery tender on it. It needs to go. I need to take it to work and inspect it, and we need to put miles on it, make sure everything's good. And he's been messing with some other little things here and there, but that lift will kind of be open a little bit. I don't plan on storing cars on it all the time. Mostly it's space that if I have multiple people drop off the cars at the same time, I have place inside to keep them. Most cars just sit outside because most people don't care, but like if someone drops off their nice Mustang, Corvette, Camaro or something, I want to keep it inside and safe so it's out of the way. So I could use those lifts for simple jobs and stuff. Well, I don't know. It's an idea in the brain. We'll see what happens. But just wanted to update you. There's stuff going on. I just not picking the camera, and I apologize for that. Also, I've been thinking about if I don't drop, $15,000 plus electrical and all that shenanigans on it, then I can buy a bunch of parts for the track car and maybe get that done a little sooner than I originally planned. I don't know, there's so many options, so many ideas. We're tossing them around, but we'll figure it out and we'll go on from here. But just wanted to hop on and show you. I got 2 new lifts. I think that's really the only major upgrade that really happened over the past couple months. But throughout this video, there will be clips of what happened over the past couple months. Maybe I'll just throw a montage in at the end of, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll throw some montage at the end of clips of what happened over the past couple months, removing the track car, powertrain and all that shenanigans, the 6.0 diesel, and some other stuff that I've done over the past couple months. Just throw a montage at the end and make it easier for everybody. But just wanted to hop on here, show you what's up, say what's going on. You know, I'm going to try to get back to this. Actually, my next video will be the Mustang behind me on the bottom. He has long tubes on it. It's a VMP car. It actually makes good power. He had it, I think, a little over a year now. This time last year, I had it on my lift. I'll throw some, well, I'm not going to go too far into it. We got a video coming about that, but it's getting long tubes and a big brake kit. That's why it's here. So next video, tune in. Not sure how the videos will work on it yet because I have all the parts for the long tubes and it's been sitting here waiting for me to work on it. He's got S550 brakes. He's getting them powder coated and stuff to make them look nice. I don't have them yet, so I might just do a long tube video, and depending on if I get the brakes in time or not, it might be 2 videos. I'm not sure yet. But it is getting S550 Brembo front brakes set up, and it's getting long tubes on it. So just tune in for those next 1 or 2 videos, and you'll see that. But thanks, guys. I'm really going to try to get the camera back out and see where this goes. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for working with me. See ya.
So as you see there is a bolt stuck in that valve. Caused damage to the head, the valve won't close. And then if you follow me over here to the piston in cylinder 4, you can see, zoom in there a little bit, the valve hit the piston, and also it looks like the tip of the bolt sticking out of the valve smacked the piston and messed the piston up a little bit. So I'm gonna speak with the customer and see what he wants to do. But like I said earlier, keep track of your bolts.